All right, guys. Thank you for joining me yet again. Thank you for again dealing with my bullshit, my ranting and raving, and carrying on like a lunatic. Anyway, so California guys is losing their minds. They have gone full retard, full retard. Not halfway, not a little bit, not a toe in the water, not a crack in the door. They went full fucking retard. Adriana Finley, thank you for the 5x5. Paul F, thank you for the 5x5. Sarita, GMA, thank you for the 5x5. Kick Grime, thank you for the 5x Whiskey. WTC, Laura, Water Tiger, Melissa, thank you for 5x5. Kathleen, Christian Prepper, Amanda, MP Deritri, I'm pretty sure I fucked that up. Thank you for the 5x5. Lisa, Tina, thank you for the 5x5. Yeah, man, never go full retard. Never go full retard. And that's what California's doing. Now, not that that's what they're doing. California's been that way, and they've been keeping that full retard pace going for a long time. But now, two things are happening before I get into it. Rhonda, Bobby, thank you for the 5x5. Sean, and By the Book, thank you for the 5x5. Scorpio Tiger, Emily, thank you for the 5x5. 8x8. The Warden, thank you for the 5x5. By the Book, thank you for the 5x5. Yes, guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down, whatever floats your boat. Helps out with the algorithm and the whole 9 yards, yada, yada, yada. Ozark Prepper, thank you for the 5x5. And yeah, all right, so let's get into it. This is not going to be this long. This is probably going to wind up being maybe 10, 15 minutes tonight. I'm trying to get adjusted back to this work schedule shit. I'm fucking tired. I have 2 videos that I need to knock out when I'm done with this, so that I can edit them and go right to sleep. So I'm trying to get into bed by midnight, 1 o'clock the latest. Sound like an old person, right? I got to get into bed and take my Geritol and have some warm milk before I go to sleep and watch Golden Girls. Became that old fucking asshole. I'm an old man now. I feel like I'm an old man. Everything's fucking, old. Anyway, so in California, they have an act called the Youth Empowerment Act. This is a California State Assembly legislation that was recently passed, requiring judges in child custody cases to consider whether or not each parent has affirmed a child's belief that they are transgender. Meaning, if they go against this belief, the parents, that the parents can't lose custody of their child under the Child Empowerment Act, or Youth Empowerment Act, sorry. Now, parents must affirm a child's gender identity. According to the state of California, for a parent to be determined fit to provide for the health, safety, and welfare of a child, the parent must be affirming of a child's gender identity. This is signed by Governor Gavin Newsom, the all hail piece of shit. These people are like little Hitlers. Nobody wants to say that, but they're like little Hitlers. They do anything and everything to strip power from you. Just because you're not cramming people into an oven or, starting concentration camps doesn't mean, guys, that you don't have a nefarious fucking background or you want a nefarious result for people. Why are you taking kids away from parents because parents don't gender affirm people? I don't understand that. I don't understand how we've gotten here. They said that this is in the best interest of children to sit there and play along with the gender identity game, because that's all it is. But if you don't fold and you don't affirm your child's identity, you are now losing custody of your kid. And if you are looking to adopt a kid, you have to be willing to state that you will you got to be ready to make sure that you're going to sit there and side with this. And you sit there and you tell whoever's investigating you, you go, well, yes, I will affirm my child's gender identity. And whichever way they go, I will support it. pretty much in a nutshell what you're doing, you know. But yeah, this is all nefarious shit. It's guys, it's as if like in the Joker when he talked about chaos and how chaos brings order or something to that effect. And then Bane sort of finished it off in the next movie. They want this chaos for a reason. I don't know if it's more for control or just to see how far we'll go, or if this is just one big fucking science experiment. But imagine telling parents that if they don't abide by this gender affirming nonsense, they're going to lose their kids. I noticed something with transgender kids and adults. They're fucking weirdos. Let's leave aside that they're trying to pretend to be something they're not. Let's put that aside. Let's shelf that shit for a second. They are straight up and down weirdos. Alarmingly weird. I've spoken to a couple transgender people. They're fucking weird. There's something psychologically wrong with them, and the longer you talk to them, the more it starts seeping out. Especially when you talk to transgender people women who are pretending to be guys, when you talk to them, you can see it. You can see the weirdness. Now again, the transgender thing, that's their thing. They float whatever floats their fucking boat. But it's the weirdness that's attached to it that's not being addressed. Because there's an underlying psychological condition that is not being addressed. Right? So now we have to deal with these fucking weirdos and their weird bullshit, you know? I mean, listen, I'm sorry. A grown man wearing a dress with no makeup, no anything, telling me he's transgender. But what makes him transgender is wearing a dress? A vagina and breasts don't make you a woman, but wearing a dress does? There's something psychologically wrong with these people. You know? Oh, having a dick doesn't make you a guy, but growing a mustache and wearing men's clothing does. The psychology of the world is damaged. Psychologists are agreeing with this gender euphoria thing not being an illness and it should not be checked. But in fact, it should be embraced so that these people who are fucking everything up look like home runs. Now I'm 1,000% sure I'm on somebody's shit list when it comes to this. I don't care. I don't like fucking weird people. I'm a fucking weirdo, but I'm not that weird. I mean, these people take the cake. Just listening to some of the shit they say and the things they do and their body language, I'm like, man, stop being fucking weird. You want to be transgender? Be transgender. Stop being fucking weird. Stop saying weird shit. You know? Fucking weirdos. Anyway, parents should support their kids. Critics call the new legislation government overreach and worry about parents being penalized for not conforming to their child's gender transition. Now, keep in mind, guys, these are kids. They didn't give an age as to where it's okay to affirm. I think it's all ages, as long as the kid states that they feel like they're the opposite sex, that the parent is supposed to go, okay. That's what they want parents to do. They want parents to go, all right, I'll do whatever you want. I'll agree to whatever you want me to agree to. I support you in your endeavor. Then the kid turns into a teenager and goes, why did you have me cut my breast off? You know, so again, kids are stupid. All kids. My kids, your kids, all kids. Stupid. We were kids once. We were stupid. We made stupid, asinine remarks when we were kids. This is where they fucking choose for kids to make their choice. Not creating, but choosing a gender. You still got kids licking walls and fucking, you know, turning castles out of boxes and shit. You have kids going down fucking hills at light speed in the oncoming traffic. But this is where they say, you know what? This is an adult decision, and we should leave it to kids to make this decision. And if the parents don't back a child's decision, the parents could lose custody of the kids. What in the actual fuck? So, yeah, this is all bad. This is bad on all fronts. There is nothing good that is going to come of this. Parents, you know, supporting their kids' decision is possibly the worst thing I've ever seen. I've never imagine your kid's like, I want to be Superman. Can I jump off? I told you guys the story about the Superman story, right? This is why you don't let kids choose things, and this is why you don't have kids make decisions. I remember when I thought I was Superman once, right? And I jumped off the couch. I had a cape on that was the size of a bandana, which I thought was going to be big enough to have me fly. So I jump off the couch like a fucking moron. Legs in the air, chest out in the open, and I hit the ground and fucking knock all wind out of my lungs. I'm hyperventilating on the floor. My mother goes, "What did you do?" I go, "I was trying to fly like Superman." I think she said dummy and walked away, or something to that effect. I learned the hard way. I was not Superman. I could not identify as Superman because I couldn't fly. All right, so there are things, guys, that you don't let kids do. And picking a gender and lopping off some body part or another is not the right move. Right? So, again, being that I thought I was Superman, that I identified as Superman, when I hit the floor, right then and then, I realized I'm not Superman. So now, of course, what do? I go and get a blanket that's slightly bigger because Superman's cape was bigger. And I jump off the couch again. But this time, I use my head and I jump from one couch to the next. I still don't fly. So I didn't hit the floor this time, but I hit the couch. And the cape didn't work, needless to say. Yeah, but when you do dumb shit as a kid, it's because you sat there on TV and you believed you were something you weren't. These kids are believing to be something they are not. What is the difference from a kid who pretends to be Superman from a kid who pretends to be a woman when they're a boy? You know, so again, guys, and when you ask these psychologists this, they go, well, because, you know, it's a feeling in their body. I thought I was Superman. If someone would have pointed a gun at me when I was 5 years old, I would have sat there with my stupid S t-shirt thinking the bullet was going to bounce off my chest because I sincerely thought I was Superman. I thought that I had this cape on and that he could do it, you know, and it was a movie. Yeah. So whatever. So with that, man, this whole parental shit is out of control and infringing on parental rights, guys. That's in California. Now, I don't know if any of the states are doing it. I wouldn't be surprised, but I haven't heard any of the states doing anything remotely ridiculous as this. Um, but we shall see where other states will go. Right now, California is the only state pretty much taking parental rights away and shoving it up the parents' ass. Um, so there's that. Now, something more interesting happened over the last couple of days, if you will, not days, but months. Um, Cocksucker. Hold on. Sorry, guys. So, Megyn Kelly, who I didn't know left the Fox network, by the way, react to a poll showing 47% of Democrats support free speech limits. That's not, there is no such thing as free speech limits. It's called restricting free speech. You can't go, well, we're going to allow you to have free speech limitedly. We're going to limit your free speech. We're going to limit your freedom of speech. There's no such thing as limiting freedom of speech. It's restricting freedom of speech. So, of course, she reacts to the weekend where where the Dems support. Now, in the article, which I don't get, it said there was a poll showing 47% of Democrats support free speech limits. But when you click onto another article, there was a Pew Research poll released last Thursday that found that 70% of Democrats think the government should restrict what appears on social media, which appears on social media, a dramatic change from 5 years ago, when a majority of Democrats supported a free marketplace for ideas. The Democrat Party is becoming now the censorship party. They want to censor everything you say. God forbid you say retard or nigger because people like, the N word. I'm like, what's the N word? Neither? Nigerian. I mean, like, next. And people say this shit, the N word. I'm like, it's not the N word. It's called nigger. Just say it. Say it and it'll free yourself. Just say it once, And white people, and no matter who the white person is, they'll always say the N word. I'm like, stop being a fucking coward. Say it. You say nigga a bunch of times to cleanse your teeth. Whatever you have to do. Just like if you're telling a story, say it. Don't run out in the middle of the street and start yelling it and shit. But if you're telling a story and you're like, yeah, this guy said the N word, I'm like, you just ruined the story. I was into that story and then you used that, Or the other one, the R word. I'm like, ridiculous, retroactive, recluse. What R word, You know which R word I'm talking about? No, I don't. There's a fucking hundreds of thousands of R words out there. Which one? Say it, And people think that saying, nigger or retard is going to make them a racist or some kind of bigot or whatever. No, man, you're telling a fucking story. Tell the story, Like, holy shit, man. Well, the N-word, neighbor? Your neighbor was there, Like, what the fuck? Just say it, Don't be the R word. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, you know what, man? You're the R word. And I'm like, respectful? I don't understand, like the whole people replacing certain words, like, when people say homo or fag, they're like, you can't say that F word. Fuck. Fuckaroo. Fuckarini. Like, which F word are we talking about? It's just say it, man. It frees your fucking soul. All right, it doesn't free your soul, but it does feel good. And when you're telling a story, just say it, But people are so self-conscious about it, It's just like they stop and they go, when the N-word, and then they whisper the N-word too when they talk about it. They're like, such and such, he said the N-word. And you're like, what the fuck are you whispering for? You're telling a story, you're replacing, nigger with N-word, and then you're whispering it now. I'm like, grow a pair of fucking balls and just say it while you're telling the story. No one's gonna fucking, hold you to it. But whatever. We're restricting free speech to such a point we're having people be terrified of saying certain words out in the open. Get over it, guys. It's a fucking word. It's not going to harm you. You're not going to turn into glass. You're not going to fucking melt away. You're not fucking butter. Like, just say it. It's insane. It's insanity to me. Oh, the C word. That's another one, right? Don't say cunt. Say C word. What? Why? You're being a real C word. What does that mean? She's being real cute? Like, what? Just say the fucking word. Seriously, guys. I'm in the middle of a conversation and I'll say this shit like in the middle of people. Yeah, that guy fucking just yelled out nigga a bunch of times. And everybody goes, you hear the fake appalling, everybody breathing in and acting like bitches. I'm like, oh my God. Jeez, just let it go, man. Just say the fucking word already. Whatever it is, just say the fucking word. If you're talking to a chick and she's pissing you off, don't say, I'm going to call you the C word in 10 minutes. Just call her a cunt. Then get over it, Right, yeah, see you next Tuesday. But it's see you next Tuesday. But yeah, just fucking say it. My God. And that's the thing, Theo, it's in the dictionary, and people like you can't say that. It's politically incorrect. I'm like, do I look like I'm a fucking incorrect person? Or I'm politically incorrect? I'm a furthest thing from political correctness. I don't believe in that bullshit. Say what the fuck you say and say what you fucking mean. Like this, it's insane that we've gotten that far. And so Democrats want to limit your speech. They want to tell you what you can say and how you can say it, how much of it you can say. They talked about online how there was a lot of misinformation. Yeah, man. A lot of information, guys, when you start lying about certain things. when you start replacing words, when you start talking about misinformation and disinformation, and oh, we don't like that information. Like YouTube is getting rid of natural remedy channels. So what they're doing is they're telling there's a list of shit that you cannot make videos on YouTube anymore when it comes to natural remedies. I'll get the list. I'll do a video on it, but they're restricting that. Anything that has to do with Mr. 19 and a cure for that or slowing it down, they don't want you to talk about. You can't talk about the shot that a lot of people got in trouble for taking it or trying to get prescriptions for it. Ivermectin. A lot of people got in trouble for that. YouTube censoring that. YouTube is censoring everything. You can't talk about firearms anymore. You can't talk about natural remedies. You know, you could lie up and down about fucking anything else you want. You could have cat videos and videos of people rubbing spam on their naked body. That's okay. But you can't fucking talk about shit that actually works. And forget about talking about possible cancer curing agents. They don't want to talk about that either. They don't want you mentioning it. So obviously, guys, there's an agenda. When you start looking at natural remedy channels and you're starting to pick on that, there's a fucking problem. A huge, huge problem. Because a lot of this stuff, guys, can help people and protect people, but they don't want to do that. They don't want people to get the idea that they can do this stuff on their own. They don't have to worry about Big Pharma. They can go to the store, get a concoction, make it, and it'll help. Now, don't get me wrong. There are medications out there, guys, that do work. There are medications out there that will work faster than natural remedies. But they're stopping people from talking about things that slow cancer rate down, things that can prevent cancer rate, and things that actually cure cancer. They're stopping all of that. There's a fucking problem. So it's definitely they want you to be sick and dependent. Yes, Lady Kick, exactly. They want you to be dependent on the system so that you turn around and go to the system and fucking rely on the system some more. Well, Amanda, you know the craziness about it is there is a cure for it. Absolutely, there is, and it's not a cure more than it's a change in your lifestyle. To fight cancer, it's a change in your lifestyle. It's not a cure-all. It's not one elixir. It's not one thing you eat. It's a change in your lifestyle that can help with a lot of cancers. Not all of them. Absolutely not. There's some cancers you'll never, ever be able to reverse. But there are a lot of cancers out there that you can by changing your lifestyle. They don't want to talk about that. They want to dope you up on all this bullshit and fucking, shrink your balls and riddle your heart and damage all your other organs to get rid of that one thing. Meanwhile, the rest of your body's getting damaged because you're following the process to get rid of cancer. But to get there, you got to ruin the rest of your organs to save yourself. Strange. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go off the air now. I'm fucking tired. I got 2 more videos to do. Those videos are going to look like shit. People are like, what the fuck is wrong with him? Is he high? Is he taking trank? Why does he look like a crackhead? What is wrong with his fucking eye? All kinds of shit. Whatever. I'm going to do the videos, edit them as fast as I can, go to sleep. That's pretty much what I'm going to do. Or, maybe not. Maybe I'll do the videos. I'll do the videos and edit them now so that I can upload them and then not have to worry about it tomorrow. Whew. Faith without work is dead. I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Sorry. With that being said, guys, thank you for following me tonight. I will be back on Thursday night, and I will have a Wednesday midweek report Wednesday, and that's going to be early. That's going to be around 10 o'clock in the morning. Other than that, guys, do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up on your way out the door. Thank you for the support. Thank you for, dealing with my bullshit. And I will see you guys Thursday. Thank you.